Hello, welcome to this new video. My name is Martina Vincenzi and I am the founder of the VIP Flight Attendant Academy Private Jet Coach. I would like to start today's video with a question. Why do you think it's important to be familiar with the different type of cultures and clienteles that can fly on a private jet? Well, let me talk about expectation, service expectation of the different clientele, the different guests that you can have on board a private jet. Being familiar with the different type of customers will actually make you aware of what is their level of expectation of you and your service, and therefore find the right match between you and them. There are some customers, they want you to be very present, they need to talk to you, they need to see you, they are pretty needy and they request a lot of attention. Some of the customers, they are more relaxed, still they need you, but not as much or not all the time. And some other customers, again, they might be completely not in need of you whatsoever, and they just want to be left alone. So the different type of customer actually determines completely 100% the level of the expectation, and you as a VIP flight attendant, you need to be aware of what are those expectations, so for you to be able to match them and hopefully surpass them. So let's talk about the different type of customers then. We have the Arabic customers. They are normally very, very demanding. They need you to be present. They want to see you. They want to be looked after. Okay, 360 degrees, and they need to interact with you a lot. They need to interact with you, not necessarily talking to you, but they need to see that you are there. They need to see that you are there with them and for them. Also, with the Arabic customers, it's quite common to come across some royal protocols as well that you need to be familiar with. So this is again another even higher level of attention that you need to give to your customer, because it involves also some specific way on how to move or how to talk. So how to address your customer, for example, His Highness, or any other way they would like to be addressed, and also the way you walk or the way you move as part of the royal protocol. Then we have the European clientele, which is, I would say, a little bit less demanding of the Arabic clientele, but definitely they can be also quite needy sometimes, quite in need of attention. So it might happen that they want for you to be very present and for you to be very, with them and for them. And maybe the following flight, they just don't want to be even talked to, and they just ask you to be left alone. Normally, the European clientele, they are quite fussy, I would say, about food and about silver service. So you are expected to provide a proper silver service according to the etiquette. And the European etiquette is normally, I would say, very, very detailed and rich of a lot of steps and a lot of rules and regulation regarding, regarding the wine service, for example, regarding the cheese, regarding luxury food such as caviar. So you have to follow specific, let's say, rules and regulation for this type of services. And definitely the European clientele do love them. Not all the time, every day, all day, but definitely they do love them every now and then. Probably what is considered the less demanding type of clientele is the American clientele. They often come on board with their own food, for example, or even regarding the food quality, they might not be that picky or fussy. They are happy with just, salads, wraps, or sandwiches, for example. I just spoke recently with a colleague of mine. She is flying for American owners, and if there are no, let's say, special guests on board the jet, the owner doesn't even want her to wear a uniform, so she is just required to go on board with jeans and t-shirt. This is something that absolutely cannot possibly happen in Europe, and even less with the Arabic clienteles. So as you can see, it's really different, and what you need to do is just to adapt yourself to whatever your clientele wants. Not everybody wants to have a super silver service during the flight. They might want something very easy because they are easygoing person. Something else that I have noticed during my time in the business aviation is also the type of approach that they want from you. So, for example, the American clientele needs you to be on board during boarding. So, to wait for them when they are on board, because they really need you. They need to hand over jackets. They need to talk to you, to ask you whatever question. They need you to help them setting up, helping themselves to be comfortable, dealing with bags. So all these sort of things, they need you. So they want to see you, and therefore it's much better if you make yourself seen already inside the cabin. While in Europe, for example, for the European clientele, they prefer to have a sort of, let's say, little distance, at least at the beginning of the flight. So they prefer to see you downstairs by the jet, but outside, okay, outdoor, let's say, so that they can get on board by themselves, not finding anyone when they are on board, and they just have that little moment, we're talking about seconds, to decompress and just relax a little bit before you come again on board and start taking care of them by taking the jackets or their coats and helping them in getting comfortable in the cabin. So this is like a very massive difference I have noticed between the American clientele and the European, for example. So from one side, they really need to talk to you, they really need you to be there, to be present, and on the other side, please leave my space, please leave me alone for a while. Again, we're just talking about a matter of instants, seconds. It's not like you really need to leave them alone forever. In some other situation, it also happened that another colleague of mine had been asked to just sit in the cockpit, in the jump seat of the flight deck, and do not come out throughout the flight for no reason in the world. So probably the customer wasn't in a super happy mood if he came out with such a limitative request. But nevertheless, this is also what happened. So what do you do in this case? You just match the expectation, okay? You just do as asked, and just continue with your day, continue with your flight. So yeah, this is why it's so important to be familiar with the different cultures in order to be able to understand what are their expectations, what are their needs, and how can you find the best way to support them, to assist them, and to meet and surpass the expectation of your customers. Well, so that's all for today. As always, if you have any questions about private jets, business aviation, and VIP flight attendant life, please feel free to get in touch with me. So that's all for today. Ciao for now, and baci baci.